But Blockbuster has been losing market share in rental videos, but still, I still think it's the leader, isn't it?
I
By far.
don't recall any. I don't know.
Unless Hollywood Video, I don't know the States video stores, but maybe that's bigger or something now.
The press conference itself, though, was, it was kind of lackluster. They said pretty much what everybody expected them to say. They played it safe.
Everything was coming out this year except for Resident Evil 5.
Which they saved as a sort of a cliffhanger at the end that when, what's his face there? Help me out here.
Peter Moore?
Peter Moore came out, and yeah, he was saying that everything that they were showing were games that were coming out this year, and that's really what they hammered home at. It was basically like an hour and a half infomercial for their fall lineup. And that's really what they did, was they hammered home that fall lineup. And there's no doubt about it. They have the best lineup coming out this fall.
I always hate people who say Microsoft has like 2 games coming out that are good this year. And then,
they've got a huge lineup. They're
although, not that it's obviously not coming out this year, but Two Human wasn't shown at all. I'm wondering if that wasn't Dennis Dyack, just like...
It was shown on the showroom floors.
Was it?
Maybe I'm confusing it with Mass Effect. I'm not sure if Two Human was playable at showroom floor, but I know... did I say that right? Mm-hmm. Two Human, not sure. Mass Effect, yes, definitely. Regardless, they basically, hammered home the lineup, talked about a few different things. Playable, Peter Moore again, on stage playing Rock Band.
Oh, that was so terrible.
Yeah.
I know he's an exec, so that's not his thing, isn't really playing the games, and they'll say they're gamers, and back in the day, Jay Allard was like, my gamer tag is pure protagonist, and then I added him because, I was like, I'm going to have Jay Allard on my list. He has like a 15 gamer score, and he played like Dead or Alive 4 once.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So, yeah, you sure are a gamer there, Jay.
But yeah, he came out on stage, they showed Rock Band playing live.
It looked cool, except for he kept hitting start.
Well, yeah, exactly. If they had a show to like continuous entire song, the game. There's videos out now of the developers playing the game and stuff like that. It looks interesting. It's going to be good. It's still a question of what's going to be a better game, that or
Guitar Hero 3.
Guitar Hero 3, yeah.
Him playing that game, it just looked like you just gave him the guitar and he's never seen him before in his life, and you're just like, do it.
Yeah.
Because he lost on easy, and then he kept hitting start.
Yeah, it was kind of.
It was kind of. I liked when he was singing though. I thought it was kind of funny. It was a sign of
I don't get what you mean by he kept hitting start.
The start button on the guitar.
It kept
pausing the game.
By accident?
Yeah, and then he was like baffled as to what somebody had to come over and show him how to go to resume.
Yeah. Stop hitting this.
Because he was about to restart the game or do the lefty
exit
switch.
Or something.
Yeah, I think he was going to do the lefty switch because he's baffled.
But like I said, he's an exec. But I think it kind of showed his light side that he was
Mm-hmm. It was definitely
it was better than Jack Tretton trying to be all like gangster with one of these football players or whatever when he played Madden. That was kind of funny. But we'll talk about that later.
The other one that was shown live, that was played on stage live, was the Assassin's Creed demo,
which didn't go so well.
No, you know what? Right off the bat, the first thing that I noticed, there was 2 things. I saw, not only was everybody makes the comment that when the character is running through the scene originally, and he's not even really hitting people, and they're kind of bumping into him. But the one I noticed was climbs up on top of the building and takes out this one guy, and the guy dies in basically hovering through. The character falls down, but the collision
hovers.
detection was just.
Oh, they quickly switched the camera angle after that. If you didn't notice,
yeah, exactly.
They're like, didn't notice that, and then.
But it's like anything else. It's the game. What's the release date on the game? Is it this fall?
Probably November, like everything else.
Exactly. So there's still lots of bugs.
Yeah, I think they can definitely get the crowd control working properly. But the thing that kind of bothered me is I know it kind of adds. There is definitely a line between realistic and then fun.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole thing where if he's getting too far ahead of you, he will stop and taunt you. Kind of seems really dumb. Because it just seems, I don't know, like it's trying way too. And the combat looked really clunky too.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what the whole storyline around the game is shrouded in mystery. Some people have said that the game takes place over a multiple timeline where everything that you've seen so far, set in that sort of Middle Ages period, is just one section of the game, and there's you're actually a time traveler.
Yeah, it doesn't help that.
Spoiler. Sorry if anybody hasn't heard that.
Well, not common sense, but it doesn't help that they have those little, I don't know how to explain, little flashes of almost technology-looking screen flashes.
Yeah, I know what you mean, for targeting the individuals.
I kind of like it was nice to see it in action, but I like the trailer they showed at the last, was it TGS or something? I don't know. Where they had that song playing.
Yep.
Everybody hated that trailer but me. It
I
was
liked
short, but like when he pulled out that blade from his hand or whatever, it just looked badass. And
Yeah, no,
then
it looks,
you
it
saw the
looks
game.
good.
You saw the game in action. It looked kind of clunky, and he jumped off roof into a hay bale, and nobody looked. It was kind of weird.
Jordan, why don't you tell me what Marathon XBLA is?
Marathon is the first-person shooter series Bungie had worked on previously before starting with Microsoft. Originally a Mac title.
Getting bought out by Microsoft.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Halo was originally a Mac title.
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was a Mac title, but I've never heard of Marathon.
I actually played it back in the day. It was really fun. It was an old-style first-person shooter in like the vein of Doom and stuff, but it's going to be on Xbox Live Arcade coming this fall, and it's going to be 800 Microsoft points. And if you want to play co-op or multiplayer, it's there. So.
Does it look decent? Like, I mean, does
It looks
look
like
dated.
It looks like a. I don't want to say a Doom clone because it was actually a good game.
Yeah.
So
But it was-
Super
it was a-
NES,
Yeah.
Oh, better than Super Nintendo because Doom on Super Nintendo looked like crap.
but in that sort of tech
yeah,
level,
like
or
like in the faux 3D, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. The,
Sprite 3D.
okay.
But it was
gotcha.
fun.
So that as you said, the Sonic coming to Xbox Live Arcade.
Sonic and Golden Axe available the second they said it. So
Yeah,
Golden Axe.
Golden
Yeah,
Axe is awesome.
cool.
everyone likes Golden Axe, including
Now-
the guy that was presenting it, that Slickster.
I haven't
Mhm.
checked, but
But
are they 400 points or 800 points? Because 800 points is probably pushing it for Golden Axe and Sonic.
they'll probably be 400 points.
I hope so because I was gonna go and
I don't
buy
like
it.
the
but
Sonic games though.
I liked them. I grew up with them. I was a Genesis guy myself. So
Yeah, I don't have ADD. I can concentrate on an image for more than
yeah, the thing about the Sonic
tenth of a
games
second.
is when you're playing the Sonic games, when you're actually playing through the level itself and not boss fights or whatever, it was totally memorization of like when to jump when you pass a certain point
See,
or whatever.
the thing with
But it
the
was still
Sonic games
fun.
for me has always been. I remember even when I was younger,
You
I
press
didn't feel
forward.
like I was controlling
Yeah,
anything.
you press
Right.
forward and then you go through a whole bunch of loops and then like every once in a while you hit jump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy.
You
about
should
it,
see
but
some of the tool-assisted time attacks of Sonic games. Those are just insane. Sonic goes so fast, he's off the screen. They actually wrote a hack for one of the emulators to be able to keep the camera up to Sonic.
Really,
Yeah, just to be able to show the best tool-assisted time attacks.
that's crazy. What else we got gaming wise coming out? Bomberman Live. What do you got? What do you got here, Jordan? You got to know. Bomberman Live Wednesday W with Yi Are Kung Fu.
Bomberman Live, which is the new Bomberman title. It's taking the best aspects of all the other all the good Bombermans, like Bomberman 93 and what have you. It's making them all into one game on Xbox Live Arcade for 800 points,
Okay.
which would be pretty good. I'll probably buy it. And
the
then
new
you-
Bomberman World for Wii is looking pretty nice too.
I haven't seen anything about that yet.
There was a review on Game Trailers yesterday or something like that.
Okay.
And it's a Wii.
It's a Wii. It's
like one of
Bomberman
their-
World. There's an adventure. There's mini games, and then there's the classic
Whoa,
Bomberman.
whoa! A Wii game with mini games?
Mhm.
Hold. Stop the presses.
Hold the phone.
One of the mini games actually resembles Buster Brothers.
Is this downloadable content or is this a retail
it's
pack?
a new retail game.
Okay.
But yeah, and then Yi Are Kung Fu, which is total nostalgia factor. It's the only way you're gonna buy that game because
Foom foom fa. Sorry.
old fighting games are terrible. Everything before Street Fighter was pretty much bad, except for I don't know, maybe Final Fight or something.
Hello, Bruce Lee for the Commodore 64. Best fighting game ever.
Never played it.
Finished it. Great game. Of course, everyone was waiting on to see some playable Halo 3 stuff. The beta, of course, came and went, but the big question mark was what was going on with the single player campaign. Not only the single player campaign.